You know, there is a running theme uh, where I will go hours without having any type of contact, and then coincidentally, as I start a stream, just get a phone call that messes up the entire thing, um, and disrupts the flow and just the quality. All of those things are screwed over. Short recap is that the brother of Stevante Clark, the shooting victim, was arrested on felony charges, which includes damaging his own property, harassing the 911 operators, and this commentator put out a statement, a little, let me read what VBS is saying. As soon as I seen him, I knew he was a clown. I'm very sorry, brother, but how about don't put yourself in positions to reach that fate? Hey, be careful there. Remember, if you do something insane and you're not of a certain ethnic group, then it's okay. According to some of these commentators. So there's a Sacramento Bee article. The only reason I'm not linking it is because I don't want to give it any more publicity in terms of its exposure, but I feel the need to talk about it. This commentator made the argument that supposedly everything he's done is indicative of mental illness as opposed to the violation of property and other civil rights. Now, my issue with this is that I, for one, have been a critic of the mass incarceration within the U.S., and that has to do with just the fact that there are a lot of people that go to jail and violating three-strike rules and committing offenses, such as prostitution or various things having to do with taking drugs that I don't believe one should just go and sit up in prison for 20 or 30 years for. That being said, the charges that they have him on, which are felonies, destroying property, harassment, these are all things that you don't just accidentally get caught doing because it's some pastime of yours. So to have this commentary, and also they make the argument of, well, he just witnessed one of his relatives be gunned down. Look, that's very sad. It's disturbing to have that happen to you, but I can think of many family members of shooting victims and other victims who, in the aftermath, do not go and destroy their own property and try to take it out on people that did nothing to them. So I find it very I don't want to say pretentious, but just wanting to make this person who victimized his roommate and harassed law enforcement appear to be the victim, just based off of his own behavior. So I probably would have spoken about this for a couple of more minutes. I'm a little annoyed because of that call thing over and over. And I can only hope that the people who see this check out what should be the URL in the description, which is to the interview he did. And it is a perfect beat-by-beat example of just the ridiculousness and really bizarre behavior you see on some of these offenders. He says that he loves everybody after destroying property and apparently calling law enforcement liars. So I don't know where he can claim that he's so. It's you have to see it to believe it. Sometimes just can't even explain something anymore because it's so incredulous and outright bizarre. So I hope you guys check that out. And yeah, VBS, definitely watch that because it is a testimony to it. It makes the case for what the woman is saying about mental illness being a problem, but you can't argue against the fact that if he didn't go and dial up the 911 number, which we're told as children not to mess with, and destroy other people's property, you wouldn't have had this happen. It's as simple as that. But also his statements, his comments, his overall demeanor do nothing to help his situation. So thank you for watching. I will definitely have something else out tomorrow that I believe will be more entertaining, interesting. So I appreciate those who have checked this out. See you later.